head's a little bigger since I got hit last year. Okay.
Pat, I mean, just how does it feel, I guess, to start?
Feels great. I mean, there's really not a lot of words for it. It's been our goal, obviously, I think since I got here. But the guys in that locker room and, the coaching staff, the organization, front office owners, the countless hours that we've put in together, put in individually, to have it all come to fruition, to fight through, COVID, injuries, all sorts of adversity, bumps, bruises, whatever it might be. The resiliency that this team showed, I think, kind of speaks to our character, and that's why, we've been fortunate to put ourselves in a position to compete for the NBA Finals.
Bud was talking about how it's bittersweet now to have Giannis be able to play in this moment for you. I mean, I'm wondering, I guess, what sense of, I don't know, maybe I don't want to put words around it, but what did you feel you guys needed to do, especially for him, on behalf of him, because he wasn't out there?
Have his back. I think, Giannis is a one-of-a-kind guy. We obviously all see his basketball talent, but as a human being, he's one of a kind. It's one of the reasons I wanted to stay here, want to continue to stay here and play by his side, because the things that he does, both on and off the court, the type of person he is, that's, in my opinion, one of the biggest things that we did the last two games was play for him. We know all that he gives, his body, his time, energy, effort, blood, sweat, tears. So to be out there and to kind of have his back and hold down the fort while he's coming back from injury, I think just kind of shows the character of the team, the character of the organization, and that we do have a true team.
What do you feel like losing in Toronto, the way that you lost in Toronto, and then losing in the bubble, the way that you lost in the bubble, did to make you a better team this season?
It's adversity. I would say it's unfortunate, but you learn a lot from losing. You really look yourself in the mirror, and there's two ways you can go. You can hang your head about it, or you can, use that as motivation to kind of get better and fix the problems that you have, and continue to work every single day and understand that it's a process. I think, everyone wanted to be right back in the chance to put ourselves in the NBA Finals after we lost to Toronto, but it doesn't happen overnight, and it's a process, and the things that this organization has done and the guys that have been here, for the last 3 years, last 2 years, and even this year, the adversity that we've fought through, it just kind of shows, like I say, character. I've used character a few times, but it just kind of shows this togetherness that this team and this organization has.
I think for the entirety of the time I've been covering the team, people have wondered if Chris Middleton is good enough as a number two. That's always the question. Can you get good enough number two? And he has a monster series, a monster postseason. Mm-hmm. How sweet was this for you to kind of see Chris have that moment and kind of be that guy?
Yeah, it was awesome. I mean, I just said about as many nice things about Giannis as I could. I repeat all of them. Ditto for Chris. The things that he does, his calm, cool, collected nature. It's awesome to see him put himself in a position to have the type of series and postseason that he's had, because we all see the hours that he's put in, but for the world to see it, I mean, it's awesome for him. It's just joyful for me as a guy who's been with him for 3 years to see him have this moment and see him to continue to show, why he is an all-star, why he is, the second best player on a championship contending team, and he can be that, and he is that.
As far as the game's concerned, first half, Chris and Drew, they had 9 turnovers, shots weren't going in, but you had some shots. Bryn, Thanasis had a steal, Jeff T. How important was that, I guess, to kind of keep the ship together, that the bench guys were able to do that, really, for the first time in a couple of games as a group?
Yeah, I mean, I would say it was the little stuff that kept us in it, and that's why I think we've been able to put ourselves in a position to come as far as we have and to continue to go further. Defense kept us in it. The little winning plays, the steals, the rebounds, the hustle stats that sometimes don't even end up as stats. Like, those are the things that, I think our whole team, but especially the quote unquote bench mob, kind of really prides itself on. And I mean, first half, I'm pretty sure they only scored 43 points. Unfortunately, we only scored 47. But, when our offense or when we're not making shots, our offense is a little stagnant, our defense is oftentimes able to keep us in games. And when you're able to go in at halftime feeling like you haven't played well, but you still have a lead and you've been able to defend, we felt pretty good about ourselves.
From day one that Drew's gotten here, he's said he has felt no pressure despite being traded for and the extension, all that stuff. What kind of, I know Giannis and Chris are pretty level, but what kind of tone did that set maybe for you guys, knowing why he was acquired, what he was expected to do, and then like even tonight, big shots in the third, fourth quarter?
Yeah, I think pressure is often external, right? So internally within the team, we just love playing with him. We love having him on board. We love the type of guy he is as a person, as a player. He always makes the right play. When he's in attack mode, he's really hard to stop, not just from a scoring standpoint, but from getting other guys involved, getting guys easy shots, getting guys open shots, whatever it might be. And, he defends and he gives it his all on a nightly basis. And I think that's all anybody can ask for. Shots are going to go in, shots are not going to go in. Like, you can control only what you can control. And I think internally, just having him as a teammate has been one of, the better experiences that I've been a part of. I'm fortunate to call him a teammate.
Nice to meet you, Billy.
I appreciate it.
Hey, Pat. Injuries have been a common theme throughout this playoffs NBA-wide, and they've taken down a lot of teams. They don't get any bigger than a two-time MVP going down, and it didn't break you guys. Why do you think that is?
The character, like I've said, the togetherness of this team, the fact that even though Giannis went down, he was with us throughout the entirety of the way. Like, when he was injured, he was in the facility. He was, working himself to obviously get back and to, try to become healthier day in and day out. But he was a part of the team still. He was still there. It speaks to just the kind of guy he is. Like I said, it's not just about his talent. It's about his character. It's about his personal touch that he puts on everything. And that's why, we wanted to, quote unquote, go to war for him. That cliche kind of saying, but it's true. And it's because he's been there every step of the way. He's been sitting on the bench. He's been active. He's been vocal, which I think is something I've seen him really grow in over the last 3 years being his teammate. He's not just been vocal individually, but he's been vocal collectively to everybody before the games, during practice, plane rides, whatever it might be. And I think that just kind of shows the type of leader he's becoming and how, we all respond to it.
Ben, just to follow up on that question, your teammates came in here after game 4 when he was injured, and they seemed pretty shaken up. They were talking about voices. You guys bounced back with 2 pretty convincing victories in 5 Game 6. When did you guys collect yourselves? How did you lift yourselves? When did you sense that that wasn't going to break you apart?
I'd say the confidence Giannis kind of instilled in us after that. Obviously, our concern at the time was how, is he okay? And not really because of any game. It's more just the type of guy he is. We want to make sure he's okay, as a person, as a friend to friend, brother to brother, whatever you want to call it. That was our number one concern. And then as we found out he was okay, and as, he kind of expunged that confidence of he gave it to us as far as he is going to be okay. He's going to work to be back, but regardless of that, he's going to be with us every step of the way, and he's going to instill that confidence for the next man up mentality, for the Bobby Portis of the world, for Bryn to keep shooting, for Chris to step up and take a leading role, for Drew to step up and continue to be aggressive. And I think that just speaks to the, I would say, type of team we have. Giannis is a guy that you can never replace, but we do have a team elsewhere or otherwise that can still compete and can still do great things. And I think it just says a lot about him to continue to kind of drive that confidence, even though he wasn't able to be out there physically.
Did he tell you that after the game that night, or was that the next morning? Or when did you get this sense of confidence?
I'd say that night, and then definitely the next morning. It was one of those things where obviously we had just lost a game. No one's going to be happy. You just saw Giannis go down. To your point, I don't think anybody was really feeling all that great about anything. And it was just his ability to say, hey, we got to have the next man up mentality. We have to be ready for the next game. And we play together more. We make sure that we're putting ourselves in positions to have success for everybody else and try to, pick him up and make sure that we have his back.
No, I'm good.
All right, go ahead, Eric.
Mark Schwartz, Pat, congratulations on the win.
Appreciate it, Mark.
You know, there's very few players in the world that can score 16 straight points in a game like this and 23 points in a quarter. How short is that list? And why is Chris Middleton one of those players?
I'd say the list is probably extremely short, especially when you look at the circumstances under which he did it. And then he's able to do it because of the work he puts in every single day and the, confidence that our team and, guys like Giannis, guys like Drew give him to, shoot the ball and be confident when he's shooting the ball. He has a tremendous talent, but it's from the craft and the amount of work that he puts in on a daily basis. And, I couldn't be happier. It couldn't happen to a better guy.
Everybody talks about, and we know him from being around him, what you guys know, what a great guy he is. But there's more to him than just being a nice guy. What other character does he show in those kind of situations in a game like this?
I'd say some fire. Chris, he's calm, cool, and collected, but one thing he shows is some fire when we're in a position where we need it. And, he always does the right things. He always makes sure that he's encouraging guys both individually and then collectively as a group. And when he's doing that, we're a tough team to beat.
All right, thanks, Pat. Appreciate it.